So the Indiana Fever fans are furious with this signing. Absolutely furious with the fact the Fever have signed someone who appears to be a Caitlin Clark hater in Brianna Turner.
The Indiana Fever shocked their fans by signing Brianna Turner, but just 24 hours later, she managed to upset the entire fan base. In less than a day, Turner went from being an exciting new addition to being labeled as
Brianna Turner. Sky fans hate her. Like, there is no player the Sky fans hated more than Brie Turner, who came on a big contract, a genuinely big contract.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Turner didn't just upset a few fans, she triggered a full-blown revolt. People are demanding she be cut before even stepping on the court. What could she have possibly done to spark such outrage, and how will this impact the Fever's chances this season? We've got all the details, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. It seems like the Fever's front office made a major blunder and caused some serious tension heading into the 2025 season. In less than a day, Brianna Turner went from an exciting new signing to being labeled public enemy number 1. Fans were thrilled about the addition of a new defensive powerhouse, hoping she'd help the team rise through the ranks. But then, old tweets started surfacing, and suddenly everyone was wondering, did Turner really trash-talk Caitlin Clark? CIP3. So, what exactly did Turner say? She took a jab at Iowa's celebration for being NCAA runner-up, the same team where Caitlin Clark had an incredible season. Turner tweeted, Iowa will hold a celebration to honor the NCAA runner-up, all players and coaches expected this respectfully. I'm confused, is this what a runner-up typically does? Ouch. That's not exactly the best way to win over your new fans, is it?
A lot of the tweets and stuff do not look good. Do not look good from Brie Turner.
But wait, there's more. When fans started calling her out, Turner didn't apologize. Instead, she pretty much told them to take a hike. She tweeted, feel free to unfollow me or block me if that is bothersome to you. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't exactly sound like someone eager to make a good impression in their new city, does it?
So, she tweeted this. Iowa will hold a celebration to honor the NCAA runners-up. All players and coaches expected. This is Iowa to hold a celebration. Respectfully, I'm confused. Is this what a runner-up typically does now? Haven't seen this before. But kudos to them for publicly honoring all they've accomplished this season. I'm confused. Is this what a runner-up does? It does if you're Iowa. I'm sorry, it does.
Want to know how the fans reacted? It was like the whole internet exploded. People were losing their minds online. One fan even said, the fact that her new team's fan base is freaking out over this and harassing her for activism says it all. It's like Turner opened up a can of worms, then decided to go fishing with them.
Let's be real. She tweeted about the whole, do you remember the whole, harassment by the journalist? Or say not by the journalist, by the paparazzi, the TMZ person who tried to ask Kennedy Carter a question. And obviously she went and made a way bigger deal about that than it should have been.
Here's where it gets even more interesting. Turner isn't backing down. She's standing her ground, and now people are wondering, what's next? Will the Fever try to smooth things over, or will they let Turner keep tweeting her way into more trouble?
She came out on Twitter saying we needed to platform the trolls, and when somebody responded that we need to platform the trolls and call it out, and it's the responsibility of everyone to call out all this, and it's like, someone responded was like, that's the worst thing you do, these aren't people, these are literally just internet trolls that are doing it for attention, and she basically doubled down, was like, no, you're wrong, you need to platform the trolls.
One commentator pointed out that Turner didn't even make it 24 hours before clashing with fans on Twitter. That's got to be some kind of record, right? It's like she speedran the How to Alienate Your New Fan Base challenge.
It was purely a college wants to celebrate his greatest team in the history of the college. And she comes out and goes like, why are they doing this? Runners-up shouldn't be doing this. No one would say this where if it wasn't for Caitlin. You just know that.
When someone responded saying we need to call out trolls and take a stand, Turner didn't back down. Instead, she doubled down, insisting that it's everyone's responsibility to call out this kind of behavior. Someone else replied, saying that the trolls were just attention seekers, and that confronting them was the worst thing to do. But Turner stuck to her guns, saying they need to be called out. Now, you might be thinking, is this just about a few tweets? Can't everyone just move on? But here's the thing, in today's world of professional sports, social media matters a lot. It's how players connect with fans, how teams build their brand, and sometimes, unfortunately, it's how careers can be derailed before they even get started.
That is the one thing where I'm like, that's the one direct thing with Caitlin Clark. But she has essentially, like, not shown to be necessarily fully anti-Caitlin Clark, but she was definitely in the group of players that you will say are, you could brand as saying anti-Caitlin Clark stuff.
Think about it. The WNBA is growing, Caitlin Clark is coming to Indiana, and the spotlight on the Fever has never been brighter. Then in walks Brianna Turner, seemingly ready to throw shade at the very people who are supposed to cheer for her. It's like she forgot the first rule of...
Instead of her coming in wanting a winning mentality. Now, Joanna Bonner had said some things online too. But what Brianna Turner just did is just completely disrespected the fan base as a whole.
Alright, so Turner's in hot water. What does she do next? Apologize? Make nice with the fans? Nope, not even close. Instead, she comes out swinging with a tweet that has everyone's jaws on the floor. Let me read it to you. I will not bend the knee or change my online advocacy efforts to appease others, while I anticipate receiving criticism, hostility, and invalidation. Can you believe she actually said that?
Now, Brianna Turner is a different type of individual. Granted, she has defensive possibilities, and she's a great addition to have on a bench. But outside of that, she comes with a lot of baggage. Now, that baggage is now causing major concerns online, and people is demanding she be removed from this damn basketball team.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, maybe she's just standing up for her beliefs. But here's the thing, Turner isn't just talking about social issues. She's outright dismissing the concerns of her new fan base. And let me tell you, Fever fans are not having it. They're calling for her to be cut before she even steps on the court.
You didn't have no way to like mediate or anything to where like, okay, guys, I know y'all feel this way about me. Let's meet somewhere in the middle. How can we move forward this? How can we move forward and past this? Want to know what Joanna Bonner said? You can unfollow me. I'm not changing the way I feel.
But wait, it gets even crazier. Turner's doubling down, saying she won't change for anyone. It's like she's pouring gasoline on a fire that's already out of control. You've got to wonder, does she even care about winning over the fans, or is she more interested in stirring up controversy?
Is that something you want to say when you're newly to a team and you know the fan base seriously do not like you? Is to unfollow me. I'm not changing the way I feel. That right there showed me you don't care about the fans.
Now, this isn't just about Turner anymore. It's a full-blown crisis for the Indiana Fever. Can you imagine what's going through the front office's minds right now? They're probably in panic mode, trying to figure out how to handle this mess. Do they back their new player and risk pushing the fans even further away, or do they distance themselves from Turner and potentially create tension within the team?
These are the people that has to buy your tickets, watch the games, and pretty much cut your check. Now, I don't know how things was with you in Chicago. Maybe y'all was like manipulated, brainwashed, but y'all speaking out and saying things outside of basketball and sparking these race wars is the reason y'all in this.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Turner's attitude might be a bigger problem than anyone realized. This isn't just about one tweet or one player, it's about the whole dynamic of the team and how athletes navigate the tricky world of social media and public perception.
Brianna Turner stated, unfollow me. That was her exact words, bro. Simply telling the fans to unfollow her. How selfish was that?
Think about it. In today's sports world, players aren't just athletes, they're brands, influencers, and role models. When they join a new team, they're not just putting on a new jersey, they're stepping into a whole new community. But Turner? It's like she forgot that part of the playbook.
We can't fix the discrimination and get an understanding, meet in the middle. How can we talk this out? Because I'm here now. I know y'all not feeling what I'm putting out, but we need to talk this out instead of telling people to unfollow.
Now, you might be wondering, is Turner the only athlete to ever face backlash for speaking out? Not by a long shot. But here's the difference. Most athletes try to find a balance between their personal beliefs and their role on the team. They engage with fans, build bridges, and find common ground.
I know she knew, but we need to have some type of understanding. And we're not having an understanding when you're telling people to unfollow you. Granted, she can't take back what she said, but you don't come right here and slap the people in the face and say, you know what, I'm against this, that, this, and that. If you don't like it, unfollow.
But Turner? She's taking a different approach. It's like she's saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And while that might sound brave on the surface, it's a risky move in professional sports. Because at the end of the day, sports are about more than just the players on the court. They're about the fans in the stands, the community that supports the team, and the shared passion for the game.
Almost 24 hours we have got without the Fever's new signing attacking Fever fans. We almost got 24 hours.
So, what happens next? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Will Turner stick to her guns and risk becoming a pariah in Indiana? Will the Fever try to smooth things over, or will they cut their losses? And how will this impact the team's chemistry as they head into what was supposed to be an exciting season?
You know, how could we get everybody on the same page and start dialogue about these issues that you may have or I might have that we disagree with? Be a professional about it. You know, don't just blatantly go at it with fans. If you don't like it, unfollow me. That's where I'm lost at, man.
One thing's for sure, the situation is far from over. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, and we just can't look away. The Indiana Fever thought they were getting a star player, but instead, they've got a PR nightmare on their hands. As for Turner? Well, she might be learning the hard way that in the world of professional sports, it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it.
I don't know how I feel about it personally, and I'm always the type of person I don't give a damn what a person says as long as they perform on the court and they don't affect the locker room itself. Like, I think genuinely, the locker room, if the locker room is good, it doesn't really matter what somebody does outside as long as they keep it inside the locker room. Just like why I had no real issue with some of the Dejanay stuff and Alyssa Smith. I was like, it doesn't seem to be affecting the locker room.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. Can you believe the spotlight she's bringing to Indiana? It's like someone just flipped on a massive floodlight, and now the Fever are squinting under its glare. We're not talking about a little extra attention here, we're talking national scrutiny every single game. It's like the Fever just went from playing in a high school gym to center court at Madison Square Garden.
The biggest things you don't want to have for your basketball team is locker room drama. Hell, you don't want to have locker room problems in any sports because that could boil over into the game and really mess up your winning possibilities as a whole.
Now, picture this, Turner's already struggling to handle a little Twitter drama. How is she going to cope when the real pressure hits? It's like she's barely treading water in the kiddie pool and suddenly, she's been tossed into the deep end of an Olympic-sized pool. The Fever are about to be under a microscope like never before, and Turner is already cracking under the pressure.
Part of what Brianna Turner's saying is fine. Like, I actually have no issue with it. First of all, but lumping all of these type of things in together as one thing, in one big tweet, is this is the most frustrating thing about it.
But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about Turner. This drama could throw off the entire team's chemistry. You know how it goes in sports, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. And when you're dealing with the kind of pressure the Fever are about to face, even a tiny crack can quickly turn into a full-blown crisis.
She's already shown. She is going to let what people say on Twitter affect her. She is already clapping back at people on Twitter. What happened to protect the locker room? And by the way, I have no issue with tweets she said in the past. Clean slate, and at the end of the day, if the locker room are cool with her, if her actions are not going to affect the locker room and she can block a couple of shots and play some defense, cool. That's all that matters. But she will always be the freaking fan villain.
Let's look at some numbers because they're mind-blowing. The Fever's ticket sales? Through the roof. We're talking sellouts faster than you can say Caitlin Clark. Fans are hyped, expectations are sky-high. But now, those same fans are starting to worry. They're asking themselves, is Turner going to be a distraction? Is she going to mess up their shot at a championship?
So Hall of Fame Twitter Fingers has come out right here and tweeted this. Friendly reminder, I'm against all form of discrimination, including racism, sexism, homophobia, misogyny, and transphobia. Okay. Good. Any half-decent person is against all of those things. I often advocate against these discriminatory practices. Feel free to unfollow, mute, or block me if that's bothersome to you. Nobody has any issue with that. That's not why people were annoyed at your Twitter fingers. It was nothing to do with that.
And here's the kicker, Turner's not even a superstar. She's a role player causing superstar-level drama. It's like the backup quarterback trying to steal the spotlight from the star quarterback. You might be thinking, wait, isn't this supposed to be about Caitlin Clark? And you're right. But instead of all eyes being on Clark's incredible skills, now everyone's watching Turner's Twitter feed like it's the most riveting show on TV.